There's a difference between religion and relationship. See, a lot of people know religion. They know what they were taught, and they don't question the programming. They can only hear from God through a preacher. They can only hear from God through a Christian influencer. But they don't have that direct line of communication. And I don't say that to be disrespectful, but I say that because you have to be careful not to let your religion cause you to be hateful, cause you to be judgmental, cause you to look down on people and think you're superior. Because guess what? That's not godly. 1 Peter 4:8 tells us, above all, show sincere love to each other, because love brings about the forgiveness of many sins. Even if you're not a Christian, we can all agree that God is love. So if you're not leading with love and you're leading with your ego, even if you claim you're doing it in the name of God and you quoting scriptures, if you're leading with your ego and you're not leading with love, you don't truly know God. There's even a scripture that says anybody who does not know love, meaning anybody that doesn't exhibit love and spread love and lead with love, does not truly know God. I'm gonna be very transparent. When I was a little kid, I used to hate gay people. That's because I was raised in church, and all throughout my years in church, I would constantly hear being gay is an abomination of God. If you're gay, you're going to hell. That caused me to demonize and hate gay people, even though I secretly had crushes on girls, and I was even dry humping girls behind closed doors, even though I was openly hating gay people and demonizing them. And even though I'm not interested in women now, I share that story to illustrate how getting caught up in religion can make you lose relationship. Because if I truly had a relationship with God, I would have been loving towards everybody. Whether you gay, straight, black, white, purple, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, I would have been loving towards everybody, because guess what? God is love. I used to put God in a box. I used to have a very limited perception of God. Religion taught me God was a dictator that wanted to punish you for not being perfect. And you better fear him or he's going to send you to hell. I'm sorry, nobody can convince me that that's God. God is love. God is forgiving. God is patient. God is gracious. Now, I'm not saying if you belong to a religion, that means you don't truly know God. But what I will say is, if you can't go into a room by yourself and connect with God and hear God's voice, you don't truly know God. You just know religion. You just repeat what you're told. You just repeat what you read. And you have to be careful, because just because somebody's a religious leader or a spiritual leader doesn't mean they know everything. They're not God. You have to be able to discern the spirits, because there's a such thing as false prophets. And a lot of people lead with their ego. Even if they're disguised as a pastor or a prophet or whatever, a lot of people lead with their ego. They don't truly lead with love. They lead with fear. They lead with hate. You would think that these people are God, how they be condemning and judging other people. When you truly know God, you're careful not to judge people. When you truly know God, you move with humility. When you truly know God, you understand only God knows everything. So certain things are above my pay grade. I'm going to just leave judgment to God. So if you're honest with yourself and you don't truly feel connected to God, even though you follow your religion to a T, I want to encourage you, go into a dark room and start talking to God out loud as if you would talk to a person. Be raw, be real, be transparent. And I promise, if you seek God with all your heart, not your intellect, not your ego, not even through religion, if you seek God personally and ask him to reveal himself, he will. And it's not going to happen overnight. You have to continuously seek him. But it's not going to be long before you start picking up on the signs. You start picking up on his presence. It's going to freak you out, because you're going to see God everywhere you go. He's constantly going to be giving you messages of confirmation. He's constantly going to be guiding you and directing you and ordering your steps. Love y'all. I pray this message was helpful. If it was, make sure you like it. Make sure you're subscribed. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.